Guess what, you guys? Hayden is back.
Yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Random Opinions, Reaction, and Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you gotta get with the program. Today I'm coming to do a review on an episode that aired on General Hospital yesterday. Yesterday was July 8th, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, yes, oh my god. This episode was freaking amazing. Amazing. That's all I can say. We had scenes today with Nina and Valentin, and they meet each other at the Metro Court. And then before she meets Valentin, he's on the phone with Curtis, and Curtis is basically telling him that he went snooping around in Jax's office, as we know, and he found a file on Cassandra Pierce and Valentin. And then Stella shows up, so he's like, I have to go. And those four, they're all on their way to Elizabeth and Franco's reception at the Haunted Star. Then we have scenes today with Ava and this psychic. I believe her name was Sydney. And Sydney is basically telling Ava what she can't do. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. And Ava's like, well, what am I paying you for if you can't do anything? And she's like, basically, the spirits, they summon her, they come to her, and they tell her what they want her to know. So she can't summon a spirit or even find out any information if they're not willing to tell her, you know. And so she starts getting this message from Connie Falconeri. And the message that she got was, basically, it was like the last scene Connie Falconeri had before Ava killed her, basically pleading for her life. And Ava's like, how do you know that? And she said, Connie told me, you know. And then Nina leaves Valentin, and she goes over to speak to Jax, who was also sitting alone at the Metro Court. And Jax asks Nina, basically, who is it that Ava is sitting with? And Nina's like, oh, that's blah, 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 blah. She is a fraud, you know. And so then Nina and Valentin leave. And when they're leaving, Nina comes up to Sydney and basically is calling her a fraud and saying, Ava, watch out, do not believe anything that she's saying. And Sydney stops Valentin and is like, look, I have a message for you. Madeline has a message for you. She said next time, use the tweezers. And Valentin immediately knew what that message was, but as we know, Nina doesn't know anything about what that is. As we know, Valentin opened up Madeline's casket and took a hair from her in order to run a fake DNA test to prove that Sasha was Nina's daughter. So we know that Sasha's not really Nina's daughter. He just used Madeline's DNA. And so, you know, I think Valentin was kind of shaking in his boots. He did not expect that. But since Nina doesn't know anything about it, he's like, okay, let's go. And Nina's like, look, she's a fraud. See what I mean? So then we have scenes today with everybody at the Haunted Star. And everybody is celebrating. They're getting ready for Liz and Franco's reception. They're catching up. Epiphany is talking to Finn, saying that Anna told her to watch out for Finn and make sure he's okay. Kim and Julian show up. And Drew shows up and he says Kim is doing okay. That's what he thinks. And Julian's like, man, look closer. She is not okay. Terry is there. You know, that's Liz's old friend. She actually does a toast at the reception as well. And then Epiphany ends up mentioning that Stella has a family member out somewhere that she doesn't know about, and she encourages her to find who the family member is, but Stella maintains that she's not interested in finding out who it is. And so Curtis is like, well, if you have a family member out there that is related to you, most likely they're related to me, so I should do a DNA test to see if I have any family members out. And Stella's like, look, boy, don't worry about none of that. But then I got to thinking, remember my episode, the video that I uploaded yesterday when I was talking about Trina, and I mentioned that the girl that's going to be playing Trina's character is coming full time, and I said, please do not add her to the Ashford family just because they're the only black family in GH. Well, it looks like, you guys, that's what they're going to be doing. It looks like Trina is related to the Ashfords. This is what I'm putting together, that she's related to the Ashfords. And if I had to guess, since they made it a point to have Curtis say, oh, maybe I should check into my ancestry to see if I have any relation to anybody, to see if I have any relation out there, I'm guessing that Curtis most likely somehow is going to be related to Trina. And if I had to pull out a guess, you guys, I'm saying that Trina is probably his daughter. I'm just gonna guess it. I'm saying it right here, right now. And if it turns out to be right, and months down the line, you guys come back to this video and don't forget to let me know, hey girl, you was right. But I'm thinking that Curtis has a daughter out there that he knows nothing about. And this is going to shake up him and Jordan's relationship. I mean, what better way than to have a child that he doesn't know about? Oh yeah, that's gonna shake up their relationship most definitely. You know, children test a relationship as it is, and you're talking about having a child with another woman that you didn't know anything about, that just comes into a relationship with you and your wife. Oh yes, and I can't wait for it. But if they're gonna make Trina Curtis's daughter, I think that's gonna make Curtis a lot more interesting, which I feel like Curtis is interesting as it is, but it'll definitely bring a better storyline to what Curtis and Jordan have going on right now, because Curtis and Jordan's relationship is so boring. It's boring. Curtis is not a boring person, but you add Jordan in on there and their relationship is just boring. Just plain out simple. Like, I could do without Jordan on any given day. But Curtis is definitely an interesting character, and I want him to stay on General Hospital. So, you know, what better way than to bring a child that he doesn't know about? That would shake up some things. So, I take back what I said. You know, I'm human. I make mistakes. So then we have scenes today with Franco and Liz. And Franco knocks on the door to get Liz out of the room to bring her to the reception. But she is ready to get her freaky deaky on, you guys. So she throws him on the bed, rips off his clothes, and, you know, they get that doing that stuff that the honeymooners do, you know, the newlyweds, you know. And I'm like, you know what? They're so happy. But the whole time I'm thinking, like, Franco, even though Kiki wasn't your daughter, she was your daughter. How could you be so happy knowing this is where she was found dead? Like, that would bother me. I mean, I wouldn't feel right at all. You know, in the room, it kind of looked like the room Kiki was killed in. Like, there would be just so much going on that I just wouldn't be able to get down with. You know, it's one thing to have a wedding or reception at the Honda store, but it's another thing to be all freaky deaky in the room where Kiki was killed and murdered. Like, whatever. I mean, I get that she wasn't murdered in that room, she was took there, but whatever. Anyway, so Kim is adamant on having a family with Drew, you know, and she doesn't want Drew to pity her because she feels like anything coming out of Drew's mouth is pity, you know. And Drew is telling her, look, I'm not ready to have any more kids. He is grieving Oscar in his own way. Even though he didn't know Oscar for all of Oscar's life, he still lost a son too, you know. So he's grieving in his own way, and he doesn't want to bring another child into, you know, this predicament that they have going on. They have to be able to heal and move on from Oscar, you know. So she just walks off. It was good today to see Jake and Aiden, like, because we don't see them a lot now. So it was good to see them today. They seemed pretty happy that their mom was getting married to Franco. They did a tribute to their mom and their dad, because Cameron said this is a tribute to mom and dad. And they did a song together, and Cameron can sing, you guys. That boy can sing. And I watched an interview with the actor, and he was talking about how that's one of his passions is to sing and to play the guitar. And he also has like a group that he's in that's what they do. They sing and they play the guitar. So he's a very talented dude. He's gonna go far, I'm telling you that right now. Everybody's dancing, having a good time, eating cake. They even catch the bouquet, you guys. They had everybody stand up in the bouquet and to catch the bouquet. And what's his name? Felix was the only male in that group. And I was like, look, Felix, I get that you gay, but you still a man and you towering over these women. This is not fair. But then it ends up that Terry was the one that caught the bouquet. So I'm like, okay. That was kind of cute. Elizabeth puts cake in Franco's face. They're just all having a good time. Jake tries to put cake in Cameron's face, but Cameron's big bro, he got this. He caught Jake's hand with it was a reflex. It happened so fast. He was like, nope, no you don't. It was so cute. And it's good to see, you know, that happy time on General Hospital, because you don't always want to watch an episode with just drama, or you don't want to always watch a boring episode. Yesterday's episode was really interesting and just very happy. It had a smile on my face, even though I'm not really down with Frizz like that. They seem genuinely happy. Trina videotaped the whole number that Cam did with his brother, so that was cute. You can tell that she has a thing for camera, like I've said before. They have their little dancing moment. That was cute too. Franco and Liz do their thank you speeches, and you know, happy to have everybody there. Laura looked happy with Kevin. It was just a happy moment. Brad, you guys, Brad is in a bad way. He goes to Julian and he told Julian, look, Shiloh speculates that Wiley is his son. And Julian's telling him, look, there's no way he can prove it. But so while Julian is talking to Brad and reassuring him, Bobbie comes up and Julian's like, do I have to duck now or later? That was funny. And she's basically saying, look, you need to stay out of it. And Julian is telling her, look, Brad and Lucas asked for my help, and if my son asks for my help, I'm going to help him. Like, and Bobbie kind of gets on my nerves. Like, you are not Julian's mother. You are no relation to him. Stop telling this grown man what to do. You know, I get that you're overprotective of your son, but at the same time, it's his son too. And Lucas went to Julian and asked Julian for help. So, of course, Julian's not going to turn him down. We have scenes today with Michael and Sasha and Jocelyn. And Jocelyn feels bad that she didn't go to the reception with Cam, you know, and it was just cute scenes. Michael's trying to talk Jocelyn into going, and eventually she ends up leaving and going to the reception. And guys, when she showed up to the reception, Eden McCoy, she looked great. It don't matter what that girl wear, she looks great. She had on this little red dress. She was just... She's a beautiful little girl, I can tell you that. She's gonna go far too. I feel like she's so talented. Cam and Trina, they're talking, you know, they're best friends. Trina's letting him know, look, dude, I'm here, I got your back. I'm like, ooh, she love her some Cameron. That's all I can say, boy. Laura and Kevin, they're reminiscing, and they're just glad that their relationship is continuing to blossom, and that their trials and tribulations have just made them stronger, and that they're still in a relationship and not broken up. So those were nice scenes. Scotty and Bobbie, they show up together. Obrecht. Now, this is the thing. Remember when I say General Hospital, they literally bring characters on out of nowhere. It's like they'll be gone for a while and then we'll see them again out of nowhere. So Obrecht is here. She is drunk. She is lonely. She starts to express to Franco that she's lonely, and you know, she just needs somebody that understands her and somebody she can tell her secrets to. And Franco's like, what secrets? And she's like, I got a lot of secrets, like the one about Wiley. You know, but she didn't tell Franco what the secret was. And I had forgot that Obrecht knew about Wiley. So, yeah, she's contemplating on telling about this, you know. And she also goes to Felix with her drunk stuff and was like, yeah, Brad and Lucas, they're not going to be together for a while. So if you still got a thing for Lucas, you need to go ahead and jump on that. And so then Felix goes to Brad and was like, hey, is everything okay with Wiley? Because Obrecht hinted that you guys are not going to be together. you and Lucas are not going to be together for a while. Like, you know, what's going on? And so then Brad goes back and tells Julian, because Brad, here's the thing I don't like about Brad. He does these messed up things, but then he also depends on other people to help him in his debacle, in his mess that he's made. Like, why do other people have to help you, dude? You did this, you cleaned this mess up yourself. So of course he goes boo-hooing to Julian. So then this is what caught me off guard, you guys. Kim asked Drew for some help, like the lights go out. And so she asked Drew for some help. She says she's seen a circuit somewhere. He goes to the circuit to turn the lights on, and Kim stabs him with some type of syringe. So she doped him up with something. He's like, oh, what is that? What is that? You know, and so he passes out. So I'm guessing, you guys, if he's not going to give it to her willingly, she's going to take it. This woman has lost her mind. And I completely get why she is in the headspace she's in, but she's going to regret this. Because if Drew, once he wakes up, I'm hoping Drew has enough in him to forgive her for this mess that she has made. So I guess she's going to try to get pregnant. Like, this woman's in a bad way, for real. Caught me off guard. I'm saying that's why this episode was so lit. Like, then Obrecht goes out on the freaking dock and somebody pushes her over. So I'm like, oh my God. When I seen her walking out on the dock drunk, I was like, oh nah, y'all bet not kill Obrecht. You bet not kill Obrecht. So I'm hoping she's not dead, but we'll see. Somebody is trying to shut her up. And you know what? We have a list of suspects here. We have Brad, we have Julian, we have Valentin, and even other people that Obrecht has pissed off. But if I had to guess, I definitely say Valentin. The first person that came to mind when she was pushed was Julian. But the second person that came to mind as me thinking is Valentin. Because Valentin started to think like, hey, this woman, this psychic woman, somebody had to have told her. And he got this flash of Obrecht. So he's thinking Obrecht told this psychic about what he did. Anyway, you guys, it was lit. I'm saying, like, oh my God. And then Ava takes the psychic to the room where Kiki was murdered. And the psychic's like, oh yes, this is where her soul left her body. She has a message for you. And then that's when the lights flickered and then all chaos broke loose. And then when the lights came back on, you guys, who was standing there? Oh my God. Who was standing there? Guess what, you guys? Hayden is back. Hayden is back, you guys. Oh my God. I was so happy. I'm like, yes, my girl is back. And the first person she laid eyes on was who? Finn. So I'm excited. I can't wait. She finna shake up some things, and it helps that Anna is gone. I'm so happy that Hayden is back. I'm so happy. But yes, it was a lot of stuff in this episode today. Let me know if I forgot everything. I'm just excited with all these shakeups that General Hospital has given to us. You would think it was the freaking nurses' ball. Like, I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm lit. Like, let's do it. I cannot wait till today's episode comes on. I'm just, and you know what? The psychic said something to Finn too, talking about, oh, you're missing your fiance. You're gonna have more than enough women that love you or something like that. So what if Hayden had a girl? What if Hayden had a girl? Because the psychic woman did tell Finn, like, you're gonna have more than enough women that love you. And Finn was like, huh? And then Hayden shows up. So this psychic, I thought she was gonna be playing Ava, but she is the real deal. And I'm wondering, how come Jocelyn was the one that had this idea? How come she can't benefit from this? How come freaking Maxie can't benefit from this? Like, you know, I get Maxie is moving on, but I don't want to see her move on so fast. Like, you know, her and Nathan had a solid relationship. Why can't she just be lonely for a while? Like, not lonely, just be by herself, establish who she is as a mom, establish who she is as a widow before she up and jumps in another relationship. Like, Anyway, we didn't even have scenes with Maxie today, but I just had to get that off my chest. But yes, today's episode was lit, you guys. Drew was doped up, Hayden is back, and Obrecht was pushed. We got to get to the bottom of this. So let me know who you think pushed Obrecht over the dock, and if you're excited for Hayden to be back. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back broke. They saying that my time up, my back against the rope. I hustle, got my grind, know that when I make